So look at Anthony Ryder from South Lyon, Michigan, recently selected as the Lions 2020 Fan of the Year. He has a passion about sports broadcasting.
With the 112th selection in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Amon-Ra St. Brown, wide receiver, USC. One pride, baby! Yeah!
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Detroit Lions video. Now, the Detroit Lions are 4-6 on the NFL season, and for the past 2 years have heavily relied on their rookie classes to make plays for them and help them win football games. However, this class in particular, this 2022 NFL draft class for the Detroit Lions, has seemingly emerged as one of the better classes within the entire draft this season, but also as potentially one of the best draft classes in franchise history. And today I want to talk about this class. I want to talk about the development that some of these players are going through, the impact that these rookies are making on the team, and why this class very well could be becoming one of the best drafts in franchise history, if not in league history. So, starting off with the first round pick, or the first round pick from this class, Aidan Hutchinson. Now, coming out of the University of Michigan, Aidan Hutchinson was talked about as being the safest prospect in the draft. Somebody that would walk in on day one and be an easy 10-sack guy. Somebody that would walk in and instantly improve your football team. And even though Aidan Hutchinson, I would say, had a little bit of a slow start to his NFL career, right? The first couple of weeks definitely took a little time to both get caught up to NFL speed as well as the coaching staff learning the best ways to use him. Aidan Hutchinson has officially arrived in the NFL, and he has come as advertised. Aidan Hutchinson, as of right now, currently leads rookies in sacks, pressures, as well as pass rush win rates, despite being the third highest double-teamed player in the NFL, according to statistics graded through week 9. Aidan Hutchinson is the third highest double-teamed player in the NFL, and despite that, still leads all rookies in pass rush win rate, pressures, and sacks. He has 5.5 sacks on the season, more than double the second-place runner-up. He has 4 tackles for loss, 10 quarterback hits, 2 interceptions, which currently is top 4 among rookies in interceptions, tied with Sauce Gardner, the 4th overall pick for the New York Jets, as well as having a fumble recovery on the season. Aidan Hutchinson is currently number 3 in Defensive Rookie of the Year polls as of right now for odds, and if he continues this trajectory, continues to finish with 10 to 11 sacks, 2 or 3 fumble recoveries, and a lot more big plays in big moments like we've seen over the past few weeks, Aidan Hutchinson will not only be in the running, but very well could be the favorite, especially if he has a huge game against the Buffalo Bills on Thanksgiving. He could be easily in the front runner and in the driver's seat for Defensive Rookie of the Year. But the Lions do not have just one player in the top 10 odds for Rookie of the Year. They have 2. As third-round pick Kerby Joseph currently is second in the class, or second among his classmates in interceptions, with 3 on the season, as well as having 5 passes defended and 2 forced fumbles, despite not starting a game until week 5. Kerby Joseph has started 5 games in his NFL career and has forced 5 turnovers, and very well could have 7. He dropped an interception versus Dallas. He dropped an interception versus New England. Kerby Joseph very well could have 7 turnovers and 5 interceptions in his first 5 games. Had multiple interceptions versus Aaron Rodgers. Took the ball away from Daniel Jones and the New York Giants in a crucial moment in last week's game, and is easily the best coverage safety in the class. Now, I think it's really between him and Jaquan Brisker of who you want to say is the best safety in this class. But I think Jaquan Brisker plays very much a hybrid role, plays a little linebacker, rushes the passer. Kerby Joseph is more of the traditional, true, deep coverage safety, right? Take away the middle of the field, take away half the field in half coverage, right? He is the traditional ball hawking safety, and he is easily the best player in this class when it comes to that. So the Lions got the best pass rusher in the class, the best safety in the class, and arguably came away with the best linebacker in the class, as Malcolm Rodriguez, the 188th overall pick and 6th round prospect, quickly became a star in Detroit, as he is currently 4th in his rookie class among solo tackles, despite playing 2 less games than 1st and 2nd, right? He's played 9, the other people have played 11, and even in that 9th game versus the Packers, he only really played the first quarter, as he left with a elbow injury well before the first half had concluded. So he's only really played 7.5 games and still is top 5 in his class among tackles. On top of that, Malcolm has totaled 58 tackles on the season, which is really good for a rookie linebacker, has 1 sack, 5 tackles for loss, a fumble recovery, a pass defended, as well as 3 quarterback hits. Malcolm Rodriguez is arguably the best linebacker in the class for the Detroit Lions, and he also is in the top 25 for Defensive Rookie of the Year odds, which might not sound crazy, right? Who cares if you're top 25 in the odds to win an award? That's not really that close. There are 256 players drafted every single year. If you are top 25 in your rookie class, that is well above the top 25% of your draft class. And if you're talking just defenders, that is easily in the top 10, 15% of your draft class, and Malcolm Rodriguez is easily within that territory. So the Lions in this class walked away with easily the best edge rusher, arguably the best safety, and arguably the best linebacker in this class. But the class doesn't stop there, because 2nd round pick Josh Paschal, the edge rusher from Kentucky, despite only playing in 4 games, has played incredibly well over his first couple of games of his NFL career. As Josh Paschal has played just 4 games, but he has had 3 pressures and 2 quarterback knockdowns in that time span, despite not being a full-time player. Josh Paschal is more of a rotational guy. He comes in on rundowns, he comes in on early downs. He is kind of a complement to Aiden Hutchinson, but also splits times and splits reps with Julian Okwara at certain times and periods. He moves around the defensive line. He may not be the biggest name player, may not have the best stats by the end of the season, but he is very clearly a force to be reckoned with on that Detroit Lions defensive line. You saw an incredibly major difference when he came in versus the Dallas Cowboys, and what the Lions defense has looked like with him on the field versus when they are not with him and when he is not playing on the field. The defense is different. The run defense is different. The pass rush is different. And Josh Paschal, despite not putting up incredible numbers, is very clearly a good draft pick by Brad Holmes. And if he stays healthy, he can turn into a really, really good pass rusher in Detroit. And then we haven't even seen Jameson Williams hit the field yet. The 12th overall pick and easily the most explosive player from the 2022 class has yet to play. Wide receiver Jameson Williams obviously tore his ACL in the national championship game with Alabama on January 10th of 2022. Jameson Williams has returned to practice, and Jameson Williams will likely make his NFL debut on December 3rd versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, coming out of college, Jameson Williams was easily the fastest wide receiver, easily the most explosive, easily the most productive. Jameson Williams will add an entirely new dimension to the Detroit Lions offense right now that we haven't seen since Calvin Johnson. If Jameson Williams comes back and is as advertised, doesn't have to be a Hall of Famer, doesn't have to be an All-Pro day one, doesn't have to be a Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson type level. If he comes in and is on the same level as Chris Olave, on the same level as the rest of the rookie wide receivers in this class, and Josh Paschal can stay healthy, the Lions might have the best draft class in franchise history. As of right now, proven players, the Lions have 3 defensive stars in Hutchinson, Joseph, and Rodriguez. They have 1 more starter when healthy, and although he hasn't proven to continuously stay healthy, there haven't been a ton of injury concerns prior to his NFL debut. So he has missed 1 game now, and Josh Paschal, when he returns, he is a full-time starter, or at least a really high-impact player. That's 4 defensive starters, 1 offensive starter, if you consider Brock Wright to be that, which he very much is. He played a lot of snaps at tight end since the TJ Hockenson trade. Despite only having 4 catches, he is a very clear offensive weapon when it comes to receptions and his receiving ability to stretch the field. And then you have Jameson Williams, who could very well turn into a star of his own. This Lions class is incredible. This Detroit Lions rookie class is coming along in development. Aiden Hutchinson's a good pass rusher. Kirby Joseph's a top safety. Malcolm Rodriguez is a top linebacker in terms of efficiency. Josh Paschal is a force on the field. Even guys like James Mitchell in the 5th round have got to produce on this team. And James Mitchell has a receiving touchdown in one of his 2 starts so far this year. This team is not ready yet. This team is young. This team still needs more talent. But as of right now, this rookie class is looking historically good. And even though the Lions aren't having the team success like Seattle, and they're not getting the recognition like maybe the 2017 Saints, this draft class can very well rival those 2 groups. Right? This draft class, if you compare them side by side, right, pick by pick, by the end of the years, by, time it's all said and done, this 2022 Lions draft class could end up being one of the most iconic and one of the best draft classes ever in history. So, with that being said, that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know how you guys feel about this draft class. Let me know what you think about the picks. What do you think about each and every player? Very curious what you guys think. But with all that being said, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, and as always, go Lions!